Hello, Future Rockets. Today's presentation is to talk about financial aid for the incoming medical students. My name is Ashley Fullenlove, and I'm a program manager for the Office of Student Financial Aid. We'll be covering some of the basics, how to apply for scholarships, potential aid eligibility, examples of a cost of attendance, and what the next steps are going to be for you. First, you're going to want to make sure that you do a FAFSA for the 2026 to 27 school year. You can complete this on studentaid.gov, and this is going to allow you to borrow federal loans, and this can also be required for some of the scholarships that you might apply for. For medical students, normally you will be packaged and be able to see your aid sometime around mid to late April. And this is going to package you for the fall and spring semester. So have your aid split between the two semesters 50-50. You apply for scholarships because scholarships are free money and we love that. So we do have a link on here and it will be under the video that you can go on our website to see a list of scholarships that are available. It's important that you know to apply for these by June 1st this year. We know that applying for scholarships can be frustrating or overwhelming, but just know, and we have an example, if you spend 2 hours applying for scholarships with no distractions, and you get, let's say, a $2,000 scholarship out of it, you just made $1,000 an hour. And maybe you don't get one your first year, but if you do the same thing your second year, then you just, and say you do get it that year, you got $500 an hour. So it is worth doing it, just for the chance that you will get a scholarship, and it helps. So some potential aid eligibility. First is scholarships. As I mentioned, free money, and if you apply for these, there's a chance that you could be getting these. If you do, they're going to be applied to your bill first before any other aid. Another option is going to be the unsubsidized loan. So if you do fill out a FAFSA, then you could be eligible for this up to $50,000 a year. Another option, because the unsubsidized loan most likely will not cover your full bill, so you will want to look into private loans as another option. If you still need assistance, we do have a link to Fast Choice. This will give you some private loan options and more information on that. But you do want to look into this sooner than later so you can get an idea of different interest rates and different loan servicers. That way you know what's a best fit for you and you can start applying for those. And those you can get up to the cost of attendance, which we will talk about in a minute. And another option is out of pocket. So if you choose, you can pay out of pocket for the remaining of your balance. You don't have to take out loans if you don't need them. If you have a 529 or you have family assistance, so maybe your grandparents or family is going to help pay for it, that is also okay and another great option. So this slide could look a little overwhelming at first glance, but I do want to talk about this because it's important that you know what the cost of attendance is and how we decide how much you can get in loans up to your cost of attendance. So first off, direct cost. These are going to be the costs that you are going to be billed directly from Toledo. So this is going to be tuition, fees, if you choose to use our health insurance, things like that. So if you look at the chart and just know that this is for the 25 to 26 school year, this will be updated once the new information comes out. So these are estimate numbers. But for this M1, their direct cost for fall semester only add up to $20,504.40. So then going into indirect cost, this is going to be the cost that we expect our students to make for living expenses. So this is going to be book supplies, your housing and food, transportation, and any other personal expenses. So when you look over at the chart for fall semester, the student is expected, we assume, to spend up to $14,201.55. So if you add that together, this will be the student's cost of attendance for in-state would be $34,705.95. So that is the amount up to that you could get in aid. So for your unsubsidized loans or private loans and scholarships. For an out-of-state student, this would go up to $52,620.39. But again, this is for the 2025 to 26 school year. So these numbers will be adjusted once they're updated. So this is important to know. That way when you're taking out these loans, you know that we already factor in your living expenses. So once your bill's paid for, if you decide to take out more than enough in loans to cover your bill, you can get that refund to help pay for your living expenses up to this amount. So you may be wondering, what can I do right now? So we would suggest to start applying for scholarships. You can apply for as many as you want. And again, you can use the link that will show you what scholarships are available. Then you can also start looking for affordable housing. You can look in the area at the average cost and get an idea. We do factor into that cost of attendance in your budget for about $900 a month for rent alone. You can also reach out to our financial wellness counselor, and the email is attached on this slide. So if you reach out to them and you need help with budgeting or just looking for affordable living situations out here, they can help you find that or just suggest some options. You're also going to want to prepare for the shortfall. So as I mentioned, you can get up to $50,000 in the unsubsidized loan, but that's not going to be enough to cover your full bill. So again, you can either pay out of pocket after that, or that's when you're going to want to look into the private loans and get a head start on that just so you can see what the best option is for you and to actually apply for them and see what you get approved for. So it's best to start that soon. We know that this process is overwhelming and can be stressful for people, so don't worry, we are here to help. We want to help our Rockets get through the process as smooth as possible, and we have the resources to help you and our guidance as well. So please feel free to reach out to us with any questions you have. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to HSC Student Service Center. They are able to help with many questions, as well as the financial aid email that's listed here, and then financial wellness if you have questions about the budgeting or with help finding housing in the area. And again, please reach out to us with whatever it is. We are here to help with the money situation, budgeting, financial aid and loans. There are many topics that we are going to cover now and in the future that aren't taught, and we don't expect everyone to know this information. So we understand that it is a lot of information, and we just want to make sure that you guys fully understand it and are prepared and coming in stress-free. So thank you, and I look forward to working with you guys.